There was a long debate this offseason whether pass rush or coverage was more important, but we're here to tell you pass rush is very important no matter where it stands, whether it's more important than coverage. We'll get to that at another point, but here we are, 4 weeks through the college football season, and pass rush and these pass rushers all across the country have been dominating. Here are, though, we're going to talk about some of those top-rated guys across this season so far. Who do we like so far? Who's kind of standing out so far?
I think it's the name that everyone knew coming in this season, the guy who led all of college football in pressures last year, Chase Young, defensive end, Ohio State. I mean, just dominating, unblockable through these first 4 weeks of the college football season. Draft-wise, he doesn't have to play another game for me. He number 1 overall pick, number 2 overall pick, wherever you want to draft him, I would be on board with. He is that good as a prospect. Highest graded defensive lineman in all of college football, Chase Young. I mean, we've run out of superlatives at this point.
At this point, too. I mean, you look last year, the guy made the loss of the Bosa brother, Nick Bosa there, and Ohio State didn't even take a step back with Chase Young emergence, and this year more of the same. I'm going to go interior here. Marvin Wilson of FSU, him and Corey Durden packing this 1-2 punch, two big guys in the middle. Marvin Wilson, though, taking the cake. He's the highest graded interior player right now on the defensive line. Has 20 total pressures. He has a 3-sack game against Louisville, was constantly pushing that pocket, gets a fumble recovery as well at the end. You know, maybe in cleanup time. But Wilson, big game grades so far in every game. FSU not necessarily in the top of everybody's, minds in terms of good football play so far. But Wilson is the guy who is on that team and standing out. Him and Durden with big grades so far. Wilson, though, is awesome in everything he's been building.
Yeah, Wilson's been one of the biggest movers on our draft board, all the way up to 13th on the most recent one after being 46th in the preseason. Another guy who's moved up our draft board, though, Florida edge defender Jonathan Greenert. Really wasn't even on our radar after he transferred from Louisville a couple of years ago, had that broken wrist that kept him out of the 2018 season, comes back this year to Florida. Been dominant, the only edge defender in the country with a 90-plus overall grade in run defense and as a pass rusher. Jabari Zuniga out now, but Jonathan Greener's still carrying that load.
Greenert had a big game to open the season, that Week 0 game against Miami. He's continued it through the year. It's what we like to see. Another guy, though, here I think that we like that maybe not everybody else has caught on to. It is Charlotte edge defender Alex Highsmith. They go up against Clemson this past weekend. Highsmith gets a sack, 4 total pressure game, but he's been doing that week in and week out. He's got elite game grades so far this season in 2 of his games, multiple pressures in every game. The guy wins the majority of his pass rush snaps at this point, and Highsmith is a big dude at 6'4", 240.
And he's a guy who you walked on at Charlotte, of all places. You can go to like a blue blood program like Alabama and be a walk-on there, and there's no sort of like that happens a lot. Going to Charlotte, you think you can't get a scholarship at Charlotte. He had to be pretty rough coming out of high school, and well, he came all the way now to this year, had a big run defense grade last year, and all of a sudden he's putting it together as a pass rusher. He's explosive. This dude is a legit NFL prospect. Get to know the name.
There you heard it. He had an 89.2 last year. We're already trending well above 90 overall grades for Alex Highsmith. Get to know the name. You heard it here first. These have been some of the highest rated pass rushers and defensive linemen through 4 weeks of the college football season. For more content, go to pff.com.
You want to get rid of me and get back to more great PFF YouTube content? All you have to do is push that button right there and subscribe. Thanks for watching.